Hello and welcome back to Marine for TCG. My name is Joe. Drink of the day is Tenzing Lime and Mint, and today I've been playing with some Purple Yellow Rosinante. And this is a donquixote build, heavily inspired by Krolzor's list. And after you've watched my video, if you do want to see more Purple Yellow Rosinante content from a bit of a Purple Yellow Rosinante aficionado, I'll have Krolzor's video linked at the end of mine on a card on your screen. But Lore and Rosinante has gained a couple of new cards. We have finally gained access to the promo lore. We have been waiting for so long for this damn card in the West, man. I feel really bad for anyone who's been planning on playing this deck. Some guy, a guy at my locals, one of my homies, has been planning on playing this deck since it was released, but it's completely unplayable without this card. At least it was, but now we've also gained Rosinante and Lore, which is a great new card. This one, if you're not familiar, 6/8. You can also treat its name as Lore and also as Rosinante. Lore matters because then it is searchable of this 1-cost Rosinante that searches specifically for lores. And it being named Rosinante matters because then the 7-cost lore that buffs your board, well, it buffs Heart Pirates and Rosinante. So this guy obviously isn't a Heart Pirates. Lore is literally a child. He had not formed the Heart Pirates yet. So the fact that it's named Rosinante means that you get the buff from this and become a 9k blocker. Yes, it's a blocker, and on play, if a number of your Don is less than or equal, then you draw one card and then ramp one as active. This gives this deck card draw, which is something that it has struggled with in the past. Just gives it a massive blocker that you can play on 5 Don, which is incredible. And also, the ramping one back, it's fine. You get a Don. What a treat. To make use of like the rogue Dons that you have to use with your leader effect, or that you get from this guy and this guy, we are on a triple searcher engine. We've got this Rosinante that searches top 5 for lores. We've got this lore that searches top 4 for Heart Pirates or Straw Hat Crew. Unfortunately, can't search Rosinante and lore, but can search all of your other lores, which is good enough, and can also search a couple of 2Ks, Usahachi and Sanji. And we've also got Sugar. Having a tap searcher is nice because it can distract some attention in the early game. And whilst we don't mind taking the first life, in fact we almost always will, we are a fairly flimsy 4-life leader that likes taking their own lives with Rosinante's effect to protect our lores. So sometimes when your opponent has to attack into a Sugar, it can feel like you've kind of got a free 1k as well as a search. And this Sugar does search for a couple of really nice cards. New out of OP 14, Bullet String, buffs your leader by 2k for the turn, because we are a donquixote pirate. Quite amusing that we're using the event where Flamingo is literally shitting lore in the lore deck. It's quite funny, but yeah, this combined with your 7-cost lore can push you to 8k, which is really nice into going wide decks. Jinbei, Boa, any deck that's good planning on going wide, Gecko Mori as well. They like to shoot a load of 5s and 6s. Well, if we're 8k, like, nice swings, bro. Very, very strong card for a counter event. Also searches itself, also searches Rosie, because he's a donquixote pirate. Can also search the I Love You event, which is a nice 2k event that grabs back a lore. Often your target for this is going to be the 4-cost lore, but you can also use it to grab back Rosinante and lore because it is named lore. You can grab back the yellow lore if you need to heal, a purple lore if you need the buff. It's really nice versatility. I'm only on 3. I believe Krolzor was on 4. It's a very good card, but I think at 3 it's fine. Sugar also searches for donquixote Rosinante, the 5-cost. We do play a good amount of events. If you have too many, you can ditch one off of this. And I've also been playing Virgo. Virgo stops both himself and Rosinante and lore being removed, which is quite nice into specifically Jozu decks. Being able to play this on 5, they can't Jozu the Virgo because you just go Don -1 to protect it, and then it protects your Rosinante and lore that you play afterwards. Only a 2 of because I'm not sure if this card is good yet, but that's the idea, is to protect you from removal. It's also just an okay 5 Don play. If you don't find the Rosinante and lore, this is solid. The when attacking can help you get a bit of board clear going on. The only downside is you can't save this with your leader effect. So it can be a little vulnerable sometimes, which is odd for a 7k unit. Our general curve is you want to go first. 3 Don, you want to play this promo lore with your leader effect. You swing for 6 or play a searcher. Then you play out the promo lore. Great, you've got a 6k blocker on your 3 Don turn. Pretty solid. And then on your 5 Don turn, you want to do the same. Either play a searcher, swing for 6, and then play out the Rosinante lore. I keep forgetting this ramps your Don back, so you can swing like a bit bigger sometimes. I was whiffing on that, because I'm an idiot. But the extra Don that you get means that if you swing after, you can swing a little bit bigger. And then you just develop an 8k blocker on your 5 Don turn, which is basically blocking whatever your opponent swings on the next turn, which is really, really good. 7-cost Law is a great sort of later gameplay, boss all of your board. So if you have, say you have 3 characters that this would hit and your leader, you're getting 4k buff for 5 Don because you use your leader effect to play him out. And then he ramps 1 back active. So you're effectively playing this for free, which is kind of wild. And buffing your leader on defense is very important because we are a full life 5k leader. Getting that buff up to 6k, even if you don't have bullet string, still really, really good. Also on 2 of the Yellow Law, I don't know if Krolzor had this in his video. I don't believe he did, at least the one I watched. But this does feel really nice to let you go to 0, clear Boa's board, go back to 1. Or if your opponent goes all in thinking, right, I'm going to get him to 0, then we'll go for a lethal next turn, you can suddenly go back to 1, you can have a couple blockers up, and it's very hard for them to go for lethal again. So I do think this at 2 copies, because it's super searchable, right? You can find it off this, you can find it off this, and you can also just draw it with the extra draws that we now get. So I think at 2 it is nice, although we don't have a lot of supernova targets, you have to be careful. 2 Gamer Knife, because, I mean, the card's broken. It's a Mihawk especially, this is one of the most important cards. Helps you deal with Shanks, helps you deal with 9-cost Mihawk, and you can actually go a deceptively long time into Mihawk, because whilst they have DMG, once they spap it, they might not have it for later. So they're typically very cautious on when they use their DMG, so you can get a lot of value out of your blockers. And the Gamer Knife is just so good for dealing with their tap stuff, obviously, and can really just let you go longer. You can happily play this, like Leader Effect, play out 7-cost Law, or Law and Rosinante, still develop a guy. The fact this is only 2 Don, and it even gives you the one rested to use for your Leader Effect, it's such a good card. If I did end up cutting this Virgo, which I might, I'm not sure if it's good or not, I'd potentially go to 3 Gamma Knife. This card's been coming up in all sorts of matchups. Very, very solid card. Other cards you could include, people used to like this one. I've never liked this card. I think the condition is way too restrictive. The fact that you have to be actually behind, not equal or behind, I find makes this just incredibly hard to use. This guy has been completely modded by Rosie and Law. I don't think there's any reason to play this anymore. This Trafalgar Law, once we get EBO3, I think is just staple in the deck. But we don't currently have it, so it's completely irrelevant. Other Don Quixote Pirates cards that I know people will mention. Monet, I don't think he's very good. It's okay, but the fact that you can't divert into it to get the Onko when you would need it, a bit of a downside. We don't really want to ramp in this deck, because all of our effects rely on us being equal or less. So the ramp doesn't really do anything. Where's she gone? There she is. 10-cost Dofi is definitely something I want to try. I'm not sure how impactful it will actually be. The fact that you can use either effect seems quite nice. Although the way that I'm playing this deck at the minute, it feels like you want to be way more aggressive rather than sort of stalling with this. Although into matchups like Boa, I could see this being reasonable towards the end of the game for sure. Freezing like Kumas and 4-cost Boas seems pretty decent. And I think, again, if you cut the Virgo, if you don't like the Virgo, which I'm not sure if he's good yet, but there's potentially room for at least maybe 1 or 2 of these. I don't think you'd want to run 4 ever, but like at 1 or 2, it could be a nice little trick to pull out the bag. Baby 5 is a Don Quixote Pirates 2k. Don't forget that. So if you wanted to play more Don Quixote Pirates search targets for Sugar, you could play Baby 5 over, for example, Sanji. It's kind of a 6 of 1 because this Law can whiff because he only searches 2 or greater Straw Hat and Heart. So you play a lot of 1 costs and we play a lot of non-Heart Pirates. So I've gone with Sanji just to be extra searches off Law. But you could go with Baby 5. The trigger's kind of nice. And finally, one more thing that you could include. This technique extinguishes all sound created by your influence. Very long name. Gives one of your laws unblockable and plus 2k. It's basically FEMA. Can't go on your leader, which is a bit of a downside. It is what it is. You're probably going to have a law on board. You would hope. But there will be niche situations where it's not live if all of your laws are stunned or something. This could be reasonable at 1 or 2. The fact that it doesn't have any counter effect or anything is a little bit of a downside. The trigger's not great, but can stop you bricking on it, I guess. Again, if you were going to cut the Virgo, I think this is another contender to potentially put 1 or 2 in. It's a shame it's only searchable off of this, though. If you were off the Don Quixote Pirates build, you could play when you're at sea, and then that's extra searches for it. But that's for another day. Anyway, thank you for listening to me talk about the deck. Here's a couple of games with Rosinante. Going into Boa, we're going first. With single searcher, we don't have either the promo law or the law in Rosinante. So I think I'll mulligan. Okay, well, we've got the promo law. If this can find law in Rosinante, we're kind of gaming. Take a Sanji or a 7-cost law. I think I'll take a 7-cost law. But yeah, this hand with the double I love yous and the gamer knife. Not too hot on it. I'm not too hot on it. The 7-cost law is good though. He's a solid card. Sengoku. Kuma. Good stuff. This is alright in the matchup. It gives us something to do on 5, which is nice. And I think I will swing. I'm going to risk the swing. Because he hasn't stacked. Okay, he does get a Marguerite trigger, though. We're at least going to have a blocker. So, and we can get out of one of the swings. I imagine this is going to be a 5. This will be a 6. If he plays either Ran or the 4-cost Boa. Then we'll just play like Virgo. Has a You'll Frighten Me. Good to know. Tosses a Marg. Use this. Play out the law. Game on rested. Pass it over. Yeah, hand is not ideal. These 3 events that we got off the mulligan. They're good later, but not right now. Stacks on top, so Kuma's going to stack a heal. 6 to 5. We'll go no blocker resolve. And then this just doesn't swing, because we have the law. Yeah. He doesn't know, it would seem. Regardless, I don't think I really... I mean, that's a very, very good top deck, in fact. That is a very good top deck. I think I want to continue swinging. Let's swing 6 with lead. See what he does. Cool, gives us a 2k. Because at the end of the day, we are somewhat of just an aggro deck. Next turn, he's going to just Rosie. Sorry, he's going to Kuma. Because he set up a trigger. Which means his swings are 5-5-6. If we just leave this up, and actually counter all, we can block 2 of them. And then maybe like... Maybe we can try and take a little bit of board next turn. I think we're definitely playing this next turn, the law. And then maybe trying to leave one open for I Love You as well. I think that's our play. So do I want to swing with this? If we give him a trigger, it's kind of obnoxious because I don't have a lot of counter. So I think we don't this turn. Oh, we do draw a law there, a 2k though. Go 6 lead. I'm a little bit more confident now that we have this Trafalgar law in hand. I think he thought I'd already attacked with it, which I don't know, I hadn't. So it is what it is. See if we can get another 2k or get him down to 2. I imagine he might take this one, to be honest. Yeah. Okay, of course there's another trigger, and of course it's the damn Gorgons. Ah! So tilt. Ah! Oh man, that might have fucked me. 2 blind triggers, both bodies. That stinks. Probably shouldn't have attacked there. Like, that's the only one, though, that makes it really bad. If it was like a Shaki or another Marguerite, we're fine. Because now he can put the Dons on all the dudes. Ah, well. It's not ideal. He's going to go with Kuma this turn for sure. But if we... Maybe we can still find a way to play board. Even if we are going to chew a life. Nice thing is, once we take one more life, the I Love Yous come online. And he does have to show us 3 cards. He tosses a Ran there. Okay. 2 9-drops and a 2k. Okay. Okay. I think the yellow law is going to be something we're looking for as well, so that we can heal. Especially if we are going to end up attacking a bunch here. So these are all 6, right? They're literally all 6, so we might as well just block first. Six. Do that. Okay, that's good. That's good to have. Doesn't swing this. Okay, this is not alive. Do we want to try and play board here? This ramp is active. Yeah, this ramp is active. That's really nice. I think I do want to try and clear these. We can gamer knife on the Gorgons, put it to 0. Just remove it immediately. And then try and bully the Marguerite a little bit. Let's try this. 2 to 0. I guess this could have been 3, but like he's not defending this, let's be real. There's no way you defend this with the 2k, 1k specifically. He's shown his 2k brick. Wow, he actually does. Okay, well I guess I got punished for my hubris, but like in what world do you ever defend a 0 power unit? I don't know. Go 6 to 0. 7 to 5. And then pass. Leave the 1 blocker up, because we know this is a trigger, because he set it up with the 4-cost Boa Kuma combo. Actually, he did get a trigger in between those, so that might have fucked his stack. But I don't know. Okay, plays another Kuma. Very nice. Tosses a Boa. You know, he still has 1 Boa in hand. It's getting a little scary, though. Seven to 6. This can be 8 if you, but then you wouldn't have a Don as leader, so he's not going to do that. So we'll just take the block. Force him to commit. Doesn't even put a Don in his leader. We know he has the You'll Frighten Me in hand. We know he has a 9-drop Boa still. There's only 1 card missing. This is nice. This is very nice. This is useless. Because he can't burn us here with the Boa, I'd kind of like to find either another 7-drop lore or another lore in Rosinante. I'm going to go with that. Okay, we don't get either. Guess I'll take a 2k. I really want to find something to play out, right? Okay, we get either. I think the lore is better. And we still will have enough after the ramp back for the bullet string. The extra block is good too. But yeah, I think I'll take the 7-cost lore here. And then we're probably looking to go for lethal in 2 turns, so I'm ignoring these Kumas. Deploy this over this. Game on active. We need to leave these 2 open. Let's go 6. That doesn't work, mate. That does not work. Read your cards. Let's take the 6. Does he get a trigger? No trigger on that one. Now, this is the one they potentially set up. Okay. I'm going to swing with this next. If he doesn't, if he You'll Frightens the Rosie lore, okay, he does. So he threw away one of these for no reason, but that's fine, because this one's a blocker anyway, and we have 2 Don open for the event. We can get puddinged, and he can go for lethal that way. But it is what it is. We still have 1 blocker. If he puddings, he only has 6 Don to spread around 4 swings. And we are at least at 6k. So I think there's still a realistic chance that even if he goes pudding, we can still win. As long as we don't draw a bunch of dog shit off the pudding. Does just go with Boa, sure. We've got the Usahachi to rest the 4-cost Boa. 7 here. We'll just bullet string this, right? Is there ever a world where we go another turn, actually? There might be a world where we go another turn. There might be. This is going to be the biggest swing. So we'll just block this one. I don't think this swings. The Don may go on leader, but if he has an event, then it doesn't. We'll just 2k this. I could have maybe I love you'd, actually. Could have maybe I love you'd there. Yeah, I think that might have been better if we I love you. If he swings again, we probably still just play. You do use the law for counter if he swings with lead 6. I don't think this Boa ever swings. And I think we've got a very realistic chance of going for lethal, but there's always the chance he gets a trigger, right? Always the chance he gets a trigger. So, how early do we want to commit? This is presumably another one of these. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 swings. If we go with the Usahachi, it's hard to backtrack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can have 5 for the law. Actually, didn't think about it. We need supernova characters, so it's very lucky we drew this, because, yeah, I really shouldn't have countered with this. That's a big mistake there. I should have used the I love you and just took back something. Probably just the other one of these that was in the trash, because I put myself in a situation there without a supernova character, so we couldn't heal. That was a mistake. I'm going to just start with 8, see what he does. I don't want to commit the Usahachi, because I think we can go one more turn between this and the events. So if he wants to use his Frighten You immediately, okay, he gives us a lot of cards there. What's this one? We don't know. We don't know what this is. But I do know that 6k is quite likely to go through, because he just gave us 2 1s. So we'll swing 6 with Law. Takes. Okay, now we will commit the Usahachi. Swing 9. And then swing 14. Jeez. He did throw away that event, but even if he'd kept it there and had that one done open for it, he would have hit our Rosie in Law for sure, or like one of these, but we won with leader swing still outstanding. 11 lead would have been fine there. So he did make a grave mistake on not reading the card, but... And I think I potentially made some mistakes as well early on. I think giving him that Gorgon's trigger was probably a step too risky. And then right at the end there, I countered with the wrong thing for sure. Tossing that... I just thought, I would toss the Law. It's a 2k. You like to have this one in the trash for I love you. But the fact that it left me without a supernova character in hand... It didn't end up mattering because he didn't get any crazy triggers out of life. But it could have really bit us in the arse there. Could have really done that. We'll play to our opponent. Couple of small mistakes from either side, but I don't think any of them really changed the result of that game. Got into yellow Luffy. He has taken first away from us. He's very rude. Lorna Rosinante is good. We don't have a 4-Dom play, and we don't have a way to find one. And only one searcher. This can maybe find like a Rosie. And then from but that's kind of gamba. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. Well, honestly, it's worse. It's honestly worse. But hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. Sandy's not useful. Can we get anything good off this? No. I'll take a Scam Law, I guess. Then we'll pass. That's, yeah, not a good opening hand. I maybe could have kept the original one. It did have Law and Rosinante, but with only one searcher, I don't know. There was a sugar, so it eats a hit. This, I imagine, is just like 8. Yeah, it's fine. If he takes this and doesn't trigger, I'll scam law him. If not, I guess we just swing 5-6. Don't really want... Do I want to play the vanilla? Could. Could just play this as a vanilla as well, as a 4-5 blocker. Takes. Don't trigger anything. Don't trigger anything. Don't trigger anything. Cool, we'll scam you. Haha. Okay, he's on EBO 4 cards. Great. Good to know. We've got an Usopp as well. I wonder if that was the trigger. 5. I kind of want to take. I don't have a play for next turn. Maybe he can help. Maybe he can help. Soul Pocus. Well, you can have a life, so I'm not fucking trashing one. It's diabolical. Deploy this. Rosinante, let's go! We're gaming, brother. Do this. Play this. Deploy. Game 1. What a treat. Do we need to keep one up for this? We cannot buy it. No, I don't think we need to this turn. I don't think we need to this turn because we've got this big blocker. We'll hit him with the old 5-6. Soul Pocus, bro. This deck's just like a box of fucking rabbits in the hat. Like, nobody knows what's going to come out. You can feasibly play, like, so many different yellow cards. He'll take this one, I assume. Yeah. Trigger? No trigger. What a treat. Fucking Soul Pocus, bro. At least we scammed that Luffy out of him, because that guy's a menace. He's so large. He is so large. Nice that we have the heal as an option for later. I imagine we might need at least one of them at this point. Because, you know. 7 Don here. Robin is a classic play. I don't know why we put a Don here. I have a blocker. 6 Don, though. I don't know. Can't play this anymore. Kuma. Sure, it makes sense. How could I forget about Kuma? So I think we're going with this law. Which means I have to minus a Don and just get no value, kind of. Yeah, we lose a little bit of value on the Donage there. But it is what it is. Yeah, I don't think I want to heal right now. We might as well just minus straight away. Or we can just play it. But then we lose 2 Dons. Because we're playing it for 7. Yeah, it's not worth. So we can swing with one of these as well, which is nice. I don't think I need the I love you again. Maybe we do need the I love you this turn. We might need it this turn. Kind of want to swing with this. Let's go 6 first. It's going to counter. Yeah, I kind of want to swing with this. Sure. Fucking Soul Focus triggered, bro. What am I doing? What is this casino dog shit, dude? Got an Onami. Who is he trying to destroy? ST10 Law. Do I want to take a life to save that? Really? Not overly. Oh, you can have that. It's just fucking Trigger City, bro. This is so AIDS. Deal another damage. We'll get him down to 4. Okay, well, at least there wasn't any more Soul Pokes. So it's going to be a Bonnie. Bonnie's usually the 9-Don play, right? But this guy's not exactly playing the most consistent build. It's just random shit. Like Onami? I've not seen Onami in a minute. And Soul Pocus as well. It's crazy. If you like. I don't know why we took that out. Also, I should have swung with the 1-cost Law there rather than the 1-cost Rosie, because we can I love you that. We can't I love you this. Bonnie, sure. 10 to 6. Well, I guess we're healing next turn. So yeah, we'll go to 0. We'll just heal next turn. We can Gamma Knife the Bonnie, try and deal with that. Gamma Knife takes it down to 5k. It's not too bad. I don't think that ever matters. And yeah, we have to heal. At 5. Let's go. This is going to cost 5. We have 2 more Don. I definitely want to keep at least 1 up for I Love You. Maybe we need to keep both up in case it's another Bonnie. Or we can not swing with the blockers. Let's just go 5 to 5. Cool, let's it go. I'm happy with that. Do I want to swing with this Law and Rosinante? I'm not sure. I'm going to start by swinging with the Trafalgar Law. I don't want to take out the Kuma, because then we're just never going to win if I take out this Kuma. It's too slow. I think I do want to swing with this, risk the trigger, because we heal back to 1. We have 2 Don for I Love You. I think that should be enough. Okay, no trigger as well was lovely. We've done -1. Play out this. Put the brick in life. Yeah, put the brick in life. And then pass. And 7 Don. We don't have a good I Love You target yet, but we do have the Law in hand, who's the perfect one in most situations. And we can go for lethal next turn, potentially. Potentially. Seven. It's going to be an old 2k, 1k. We now have the guy in there for I Love You, which is good. 6, that's perfect. Gets the draw. It has the draw on Trash Run as well. Is this Bonnie? If this is Bonnie, we want to take, right? But if this was Bonnie, he would have played Bonnie first, right? I have to assume. Maybe this is Kid. No, it can't be Kid. If this was Bonnie, he would have... But taking is mostly no risk, because then we do have to heal again. If we counter this, and then this is Bonnie, and he swings 10, we're going to have 4k. We've got enough. I'm going to risk it. Take this back. Resolve. If this is Bonnie and he's just missequenced, then cool. It's not. It's Kuma and then Shirahoshi. Okay. Well, that's really good, that bullet string, actually. That gives me quite a lot of hope. So we can now play that on defense, which is really, really good. We definitely want to play this Law this turn. Go to 6, because then we can go to 8 with the bullet string. And these swings are really kind of weak. I don't have anything to do with 1 Don. So I guess we just lose a Don on off the leader effect again. It's kind of awkward when you just don't have the searches, right? You can swing first, but there's just no... It makes no difference. It makes no difference. Do this, game 1. So this is at 6. We need to leave 3 open. So I guess we just start with a 7. Yeah, and this is another Kuma you can indeed play. He is just playing an absolute yellow box. Which, fair. Fair. Do we ever want to take this out? I don't think so. Get this crap out of here, bro. How are you going to trigger 2 of them? How are you going to trigger 2 of them, dude? So annoying. So annoying. We have to swing with this. It's not even that much bigger than our leader is going to be after we bullet string, so it's whatever. Block, I assume. I would assume we block here. Indeed we do. Cool. Your turn. Let's see. So goofy, man. So goofy. I'll just bullet string immediately. I think. Unless he swings board, in which case I won't. 6. Yeah, we just bullet string immediately. Now we're at 8. It's hard for him to attack us. Our smallest character is at 9, so he can't even attack board easily. It's still easier for him to attack leader. Can't Bonnie now. What do we have in trash? We don't have this guy, so we don't want I Love You yet. I'll give up. This is our only Supernova 2k, though. Our only Supernova character if we do decide we want to heal. I don't think we want to heal, though. I think we want to go for it this turn. Or block her up. Go for it or block her up. They're the options. We'll give her 2k here in the Sanji. I think he's worse than the Law. Only slightly, though. It's a good card. See what he does here for 8. Nine to 9. And then 6 Don, I guess Kuma. I guess it's just Kuma, and then he heals the 3. We have 5 swings, we need 4 to go through. We take here. Maybe take out these and then heal. I think we just want to go for it. Kuma, shocking. The fact that he trashes a 1k there is scary, though. That is scary. That is somewhat scary. Again, we're just using the Trafalgar Law here. And you get 6k off of that, so it's even better value. I want to keep 3 up for Usahachi in case some stupid-ass trigger comes out. So 9 is our smallest swing. So let's just start with a 9. These can all be rested by Bonnie trigger. Let's go with 9 from this Law. No way you counter this one, but that tells me he does have the counter for this one. Which is a little concerning. Go another 9. I don't think there's anything that specifically hits a 6. Which is why I'm not swinging this. And we can leave it open as a blocker. If we decide we need to. He has the counter for a 9. He very much has the counter for a 9. Okay, but now you don't have the counter for a 7. So now we swing with leader 7. You don't have the counter for a 9 here. And then, provided no beige, we're good. Whew. Navigated the triggers there. The fucking soul pokers, bro. Get that out of here. That healed him twice off of trigger. So obnoxious. So obnoxious. But the fact that we can go to 0 and heal back with the 7-cost Law was very impactful. He's playing a bunch of random stuff here. Yeah, the Gamma Knife clearing the Bonnie was big. He does play unblockable. I've just seen it in there. So yeah, we were smart to play around that. Shirahoshi, another random card that I've not seen in a minute. I've not seen this card for a while. He did seem to have a beige. I'm guessing that was already in his hand. Because if he had a beige trigger in that stack, I don't know if he would have won, but he would have had a much better shot. It depends when he activated it, because we could have left this Law and Rosinante up. And realistically, I should have actually swung with the yellow Law first. Swing for 10. Because then we're still swinging for 13 with the Law and Rosinante, but if he got a beige off that last life or a 0 cost, we would have had the blocker. And with I Love You, a 2k, a blocker, and a life, we might have been alright. We might have been alright. It depended on what he had. And he did have a kid coming up. But if he uses that, the I Love You gets out 2 swings, the 2k gets out of 1, and the blocker gets out of the other. So we would have been fine if he kidded. I'm not going to bother working out the split, because it didn't matter. We did get there. But yeah, I should have swung with the Rosinante and Law last. So much to get used to with this deck. I've not played this in a minute. Going to Mihawk, let's take first. I mean, that's an instant keep. We have 4-cost Law into 6-cost Law into 7-cost Law. That's just a really good hand. No search is always a bit of a shame, but, you know, with a hand like this, I'm not going to complain. Because that's a crazy hand. It's a crazy hand. He does have a Verona. So that would nullify a sugar search if we'd found one. We haven't, so it's okay. 9-cost Mihawk, very good card in this matchup. Gamma Knife, also very good card in this matchup. Swing 6. It's going to take. Cool. Do done -1. Play out this. And then pass. This stops the 5-5 play. He only gets to swing 1-5. So it's fine. Barto. Oh, I wanted to try this build. I've been wanting to try this build quite a lot. The Barto build. Let's take. Cool. You rest the coffin boat for no reason. Sure. You don't get 3 dons back. There's no 5-cost in play. You can do that next turn. You can definitely do that next turn. Indeed. We'll go 6-6 because Mihawk does not tend to play a lot of 2Ks. Amusingly, if he'd rested the Perona there instead of the boat, he'd have still got the cycle on the Barto. Even though it would have still been for no reason. Oh shit, I should have swung 6 with the leader first and we could have done 6-7. I always forget this gives you an active don. Literally always forget that this gives you an active don. I guess if he 2Ks here, we get punished, right? Well, he evented, so it makes no difference. Don -1. Play out this, game on active. Ah, we could play sugar. Sure. I guess it worked out in the end, but yeah, that was a missequence. I need to get used to remembering that, like, this actually gives you a don. I think next time we're going to go with another Rosie and Law. Let's do that there. If he wants to rest the boat, he can swing 5 with Perona, I guess, but it's not that amazing. We will counter. Nope, just leaves a fucking lot of dons open, in fact. Holy. There's nothing we can really do alongside this Law and Rosinante, so let's give it a search. We're going to take Don Quixote off of this. Take a bullet string or a sugar. I don't really want another sugar. Let's take a bullet string. Nice to have for later. Then we'll go Don -1. Play out the Law and Rosinante. Get one active. Got 3 Don. Nothing really doing. I don't really need to keep 2 up for this. So let's go 8-8, I guess. Or 7-9. Now we'll go 8-8. We'll go 8-8. Yeah, we'll do 8-8. Because then this plays around him having another one of these. If he's Trichiliacosm, he's Trichiliacosm. 8-8, nice and aggressive. Next turn, we're going to go with 7-cost Law, almost certainly. He's only going into his 8 Don turn, so all he can do is Shanks. And we do have the Gamer Knife to try and deal with Shanks, which is good. I imagine we see Perona battle Sugar, which is fine. Just another Bonnie. That's not very good. No Shanks on curve, although some of these builds are not even on Shanks. The heavy Supernova builds. Interesting that you went with this after the Bonnie. I feel like you would go with this first if you were going to play it. Because you could have found a 6-cost Law, right? And if you find 6-cost Law off this, you can swing the Perona into the Sugar, then play the 6-cost Law, pick up the Perona, and then play that Bonnie that you just played. In which way he would have still frozen this, and got a 6-cost Law on the board, who is a good character, who would have thought. 6-6. This may swing 9. It might. I'm going to go no blocker and just give a 1k on this. We can go with... No, we can't go with both yet. I think I'm just going to give this 1k, yeah. That's fine. 2-2. Absolutely fine. And then he can rest his boat. Reach down 3. Didn't get any value out of the Barto because he didn't use it before anything else happened. 8-6. I'll use the leader effect on this one. I think. I definitely don't want to give this up. Never going to give you up. Maybe I should have blocked the sugar swing, actually, thinking about it. Yeah, I probably should have blocked the swing into the sugar, because then we could have kept it. That would have been a good play. So I'm going to do that anyway. And we find a 1-cost Rosie, which is a nice find there. That is nice. We get another Law and Rosie. Do we ever play another one? Maybe 4. Could do Virgo and this, just go incredibly wide. And then next turn go with this. It's an option. Is it better than just playing 7-cost lore, though? I don't think so. Especially if this finds us another 7-cost lore. That would be really, really good. Because then we can just chain 2 of them, and that should be enough to get us there, I think. Okay, well, it gets us the wrong 7-cost lore. It can get us the other searcher lore, though. We can do a little searcher chaining. We can do this next turn. Yeah, I think I want to use all my dons this turn. Do we want to leave 2 open for this? Okay. I might leave 2 open for the bullet string. It stops all of these little dudes swinging into us. Because if he does shanks, it buys us a lot of value. Let's go 7. Let's go 8. Nine. You're going to counter any of them? You just not have counter? 3 cards, I'll take it. No events. Questionable. And we pass. We've got the bullet string if we need it. We might not need it, but it's a nice option to have, right? It's a nice option to have. I think I probably will just use it. Because there's not too many turns left in this game, I suspect. And it gets us out of both of these. Potentially all 3 swings, depending on exactly what he does. And how many dons he wants to leave open. But this aggression has been really, really good. He whiffed the shanks. If he'd had the shanks, we played totally differently. We would have probably still done this, but we'd have also been gamma knifing. This one. We'd have had to carefully consider how much we wanted to play around things like the waterfall. But would have been a different turn. And the fact that you have so many different options with this deck now does make it feel much more, just much nicer, honestly. It does make it feel much nicer. Especially into Mihawk, the gamma having the gamma knife is so good. Their best plays are tapped. Like if he just plays the 9-cost Mihawk here, we can actually just try and clear that if we don't think we can go for lethal. I'm pretty sure we can. But if he had defended up, maybe he had a Trichiliocosm to counter like 8, and he was still at 2 life with a bunch more in hand. He's going for it. He is going for it, it seems. Well, this swing's terrible. The swing is genuinely terrible. We can take 1. I don't understand that swing there at all. Because you can't do 2 more 10s. What am I missing? Okay, he's going to freeze these. That's pretty good, actually. And you can rest Perona and swing once more. 6. Absolutely not. Do we want to keep this for next turn, then? And just go again? Because he's freezing all our shit, which is kind of annoying. We might have to go again. Yeah, and I don't really... Even just the 2k portion of this, I don't want to use it on this swing. I'd rather just give up a blocker lore here. That's never going to be live. He's at 5 and he's got no more resources to draw. Can rest his boat, restand 3. Just 2k this. With the lore 2k. Do we have another supernova character, actually? We don't. Do I want to supernova character? I think I'll toss this. We might need to heal. We might. Maybe. I'm not sure we do. These are frozen though, so lethal is going to be harder. He thought it was going to be harder. He's got 4 Don. Okay, he just leaves. Never mind. He had 4 bricks. And 5 bricks. Holy bricks, Batman. Yeah, if he just Lord Beppos there, right? Yeah, it's a fucking Mihawk hand. If he Lord Beppos there, he freezes 1 guy. I guess he could freeze all 3 if he uses the event, but we just kill him with literally any 2 swings. He can swing like 7 with this and he takes. And it's like, okay. Okay, gamer. Or we can defense up. So many good options. Yeah, that would have potentially been a better play, I think, if you go to the Lord Beppo into I Know You're Strong. Because then you can freeze this, freeze these, and then we have to decide, oh, do we want to attack with this blocker? And I think the answer is always yes, I would have done, because we can always either heal and leave 2 for bullet string, play a blocker, leave 2 for bullet string, we can go dig in, try and find a 7-cost law. We've got lots of options, and the fact that he takes the 7 is probably enough for me to just go, okay, you don't have it, and go for it, but I think that would have been better than whatever this was. This was a really odd final turn, but I think you saw how wide, how fast we're able to go, and the 7-cost law gets so much value. So good. So thank you for watching. Let me know, what do you think of the deck? I think this build is pretty interesting. It gives you way more defense with, like, the bullet string. Not sold on the Virgo yet. But I do think this, like, sugar being extra searches for Rosie and Law is quite nice. This card's so good to hit. This card feels huge when you play it. I mean, it's an 8k blocker, and it draws a card, and ramps you a dog. But drawing a card and being a 6-8 blocker is crazy. And the bullet string is genuinely quite good as well. I was very impressed with this. A very cool inclusion from Krolzor. And again, if you do want to see more Rosinante gameplay, check out Krolzor's channel. I'll have him linked on a card at the end of the video. But I think this guy still has some issues to overcome. Ace can feel pretty difficult. If they're able to Atmos your 4-cost law, and then Jozu your 6-cost law, and then go into Whitebeard, it can feel really rough, because you're going to be on 7 before their Whitebeard turn. They've bounced all of your shit. You can play the Rosinante and Law again to just get the blocker, which is fine. But they're going to have a fucking Whitebeard blocker. And if they bounce all of your characters, they're probably going to take 1 damage or no damage. So even getting to the position where the unblockable event would work, I think is going to be very, very difficult. I think Ace is probably going to be this deck's worst matchup of the big ones. Mihawk felt very good. Boa felt very playable with all these blockers. Extra power from this and the bullet string. Boa felt pretty good. I've not played into any emus, but the leader effect being able to protect your guys from KO really is good. It stops Nuss from being quite as annoying. It stops Mars from being annoying at all. And like, yeah, you lose lives, but with the amount of blockers we're planning on playing out anyway, you can get little bits of value with that. And we are an aggro deck at the end of the day. We're not trying to outlast, like, a whole bunch of elders, although you could probably outlast 1 or 2 with the bullet string in particular. That could be pretty handy if you can go like 7-cost law into bullet string. Your leader suddenly 8k, and it's somewhat hard for the elders to swing into you, which could be pretty compelling. But yeah, we are trying to be aggressive at the end of the day, and the unblockable event could help. But I think generally Usahachi wrestling the war on the turn where you go for lethal, this is fine, because getting your opponent to 0 is always the hardest part into Emu. They're going to defend as hard as they can to not go to 0, because they know they can lose to unblockable. So so often they will expend lots of resources to stay at 1, and then Usahachi wrestling war and just beating through the Mars can be enough. But regardless, I think this is by far the best this deck's ever been. In the West, there's no doubt, because we simply haven't had this card before. It's crazy. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your day.